Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing phenomenal. In today's makeup video, I'm going to be recording a Valentine's Day look. This is a very soft, cute, sexy look. So if you guys are interested in watching that, definitely stay tuned. If you're new here, my name is Tiffany and I record videos all about makeup, beauty, and anything that has to do with my day-to-day life. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Click on that bell button to stay notified whenever I post another video. And let's jump right into this makeup tutorial. Alright you guys, so this makeup tutorial is actually going to be on the softer side. So we're going to have a nice soft nude eye and then we're going to go in with a bold lip. So I'm going to start off this tutorial by concealing my eyelids to get rid of any of the darkness that I have there. I have already filled in my eyebrows if you are looking for an eyebrow tutorial. My last video was an eyebrow tutorial where I share all my tips and tricks. So if you haven't checked that out, go check it out now. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and conceal my eyelids. And the concealer I'm using is the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camel Concealer in the shade Medium Peach. I actually really like this to conceal my eyelids because you really only need a little bit to conceal. So I'm just going to go in and take my beauty blender and just conceal my lid. You don't really have to be particular with how you conceal your lid. This is really just to give you a nice base and to get rid of like any discoloration, redness, or darkness that you have on your eyelid. So I'm gonna go in, I'm just going to blend that out. Okay, so now for the eyes, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Kylie Cosmetics palette. This is the, I think it was a 2019 holiday collection palette if I'm not mistaken. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use this palette because it's filled with really pretty like nudes and pinks and just super cute shades for Valentine's Day. So as I stated, it's gonna be more of a like neutral, simple tutorial. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually use the shade Forever Young, which is this baby pink right here. It's really pretty, it's nice and like matte. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply that to my crease. And I'm just going to use a fluffy brush for this and apply that right onto the crease. So when you do apply this to your crease, you don't have to, be very particular or specific with where you're applying it. We use the fluffy brush for a reason, to help, really diffuse that color out. So I'm just applying this here to my crease. Again, not being too particular with where I'm applying it. Perfect. So now that we have that pink blended in there, I'm actually going to go in with the shade Rosé, which is this one right here. And I'm using the same exact fluffy brush. And I'm actually going to focus this more underneath the pink. So I'm going to actually pat this into the outer corner. And then I'm going to start blending that in right underneath that pink shade that we just applied. Alright you guys, so now that we have those two shades blended into our crease, now it's time to add a little bit more dimension to the eye. So I'm going to go in with the shade Payback's AB, and it's this one right here, and I'm just taking more of a narrowed brush, and I'm going to apply this right to the outer corner And I'm patting that in, and this is really just gonna add more dimension and darkness to the eye so it's not so flat, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna go ahead and just add this to the outer corner. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing to the other eye, and then we'll be blending that out in a second with a fluffy brush. Perfect, so now that we went ahead and we applied that darker shade to the outer corners of our eye, I'm gonna go back in with the same fluffy brush that we were first using, and I'm just gonna blend all of that together and really diffuse it so that there's no harsh lines. And I'm actually gonna go in with a little bit more of that pink shade because I feel like it kind of went away. I'm actually gonna go in with both the pink and the brown. I'm gonna mix those two, and I'm gonna go back in because I kind of feel like it washed away since they are so light. All right, you guys, so now that we have all of those colors blended together and nice and diffused, we're gonna go in with the shimmer for the inner corner and the center of our eyelid to give it a nice pop. So I'm using the shade Martini Mama, which is this one right here. It's a really pretty shimmer. And I'm just going to apply that directly with my finger onto my eye. And again, this is going on the inner corner and the center. You don't want to go too far into the outer corner because then you're really just going to cover up all the work you just did. And this is supposed to be a nice and like very soft eye look, so you don't want to go too heavy with any of the colors that you're using. So I'm just applying this with my finger onto my eyelid. I'm going to do the same thing with the other eye. It's such a pretty shimmer, and it adds such a nice like light reflection, like it attracts the light so well. So this is a really pretty shimmer. So now I'm going to go back in with the same fluffy brush that we were first using, and I'm just going to blend that together so that there's no harsh lines. Perfect. So now that we have that blended out together, it's time for the eyeliner. And for eyeliner today, I'm actually not going to be doing anything too crazy. I actually think I might be going in with powder liner. I'm trying to think, should I do powder liner or liquid liner? Powder or liquid? Powder or liquid? I'm not going to do a wing today. I'm not going to do a wing. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go in with pencil or crayon liner, and I'm just going to line my lash line, but I'm not going to do a wing. So I'm going to do that, definitely. All right, so to line my top lash line, I'm going to go in with the eye crayon, which is basically like a crayon liner or a pencil liner, and this is by Sistina. This is just in a regular black shade, and I'm just going to apply this again to my lash line. Alright you guys, so now that I went ahead and lined my top lash line, I'm gonna go ahead, curl my lashes, and apply some mascara to prepare for my falsies. Alright, and now I'm gonna go in with my falsies. These are the Kiss Lash Couture lashes, and I absolutely love these. I found these at Walgreens, you guys. A pack of 5, and I think it was like, what? $8. So this was a really good buy at Walgreens. So I absolutely love these. They're so nice, so fluffy. I don't know if you can see. So fluffy. I highly recommend them, you guys. These are in the style sequin. So yeah, I'm gonna pop these babies on. You know, I'm gonna pop them on. Look how pretty they are. Ooh, you see that? Ooh, honey. Talk to me nice, honey. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead, pop these babies on. Alright you guys, so now that the eye makeup is done, I'm gonna go ahead and do my foundation and concealer so that I don't make this video too long, and I'll be right back. Alright you guys, so now that I went ahead and did my foundation and concealer, I'm gonna go ahead and bronze up my face. And to do that, I'm gonna use the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I'm gonna go in with these 2 shades right here on a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to bronze up my face a little bit, add a little bit of color because I'm looking a little pale right now. And I don't want too much because again, I do want to keep this look very light. So I'm going in very lightly with some bronzer. Perfect. I'm gonna put a little bit here on my nose. And I'm gonna carve out my chin here. Perfect. Alright, so now that we have our face nice and warmed up, I'm gonna add a little bit of color with some blush. And the blush I'm gonna be using is the Milani Baked Powder Blush in the shade Berry Amore, which is a really pretty pink blush with gold and almost like silver flecks in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this onto the apples of my cheeks. And I just like to blend this in a little bit to my contour. So pretty. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the other cheek. It's such a pretty blush. I'm gonna add a little bit to my forehead. Perfect. Alright, and now that we have our blush put on, the last step is to go in with some highlight. And the highlight, of course, the one I'm going to be using is the Kylie Illuminating Powder in Ice Me Out. Such a pretty highlight. Such a pretty highlight. So I'm just going to put this on the high points of my cheek with a Real Techniques brush. Look how pretty that highlight is. Oh my gosh. So I'm just going to apply that here to the high points of my cheek. I'm going to put a little bit here on my forehead and my temples. So pretty. And what I'm also going to do is take a little pointed brush, and I'm actually going to apply this to the inner tear duct just to bring a little bit more light and a pop to the center, to the inner corner. So pretty. Yes, so pretty, so pretty. Perfect. So now that we basically have 98% of our makeup done, we have the foundation done, the eyes and everything. I'm gonna set my face right now. I'm gonna be using the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. Alright, so now that we have our setting spray locking in all of the creams and powders together, I'm going to finish off with my lips. And for my lips, I'm going in with the NYX lip liner. This is in the shade Bloom. It's such a pretty color. As I said, we're going in with a nice neutral soft eye and a pop of color for the lips. So we're definitely using a hot pink on the lips today. Such a pretty color. So I'm just going to go ahead and line my lips really quick. Alright, so now that I have my lips nice and outlined, I'm going to go ahead and apply my liquid lipstick. So the one I'll be using is the Kylie Cosmetics Under the Tree, which is a matte liquid lipstick. This is such a pretty shade. Look at it. So pretty. So it definitely goes very well with the lip liner. It almost matches perfectly. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this here to the center of my lip. Alright you guys, so I finished with my lips and this is such a pretty color, you guys. I'm absolutely obsessed with how this look is coming out, if I'm being really honest. So I'm really just gonna finish up super quick. I know I said that about like the last two steps, but I just realized I haven't even put on bottom mascara or white eyeliner yet. So I do want my eyes to pop just a little bit more. So I'm gonna go in with some white eyeliner on the bottom, and that's really just gonna make my eyes look a lot more awake and open. So I'm gonna apply that really quick. Perfect, so now I went ahead, I added that eyeliner. I'm gonna finish off. Yes, okay, so now that I went in with a little bit of white eyeliner and I finished off with my bottom lashes, you can see how this really just pulled the whole look together. So I'm just going to finish doing my hair really quick, finish getting dressed, and I'll be right back to show you guys the final Valentine's Day look. Alright you guys, so I finished doing my hair, finished getting ready, and this is the completed Valentine's Day look. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this makeup tutorial, and I hope you found it helpful, especially if you were looking for a cute makeup look to do on Valentine's Day, whether you're gonna go out with your boo or if you're just gonna stay home and chill by yourself, whatever it may be. But I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, make sure to give this video a huge thumbs up. And again, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Click on that bell button to stay notified whenever I post another video, and make sure to comment down below any video recommendations that you would like to see from me. But with that being said, you guys, I love you and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.